Prime Minister and myself don't have that wife issue. So we don't get that input. But we have our mothers and our sisters. Yesterday, I was watching my sister achieve something that, in 5 minutes, achieve something that I have not been able to do in maybe 20 years of my political career, which was to make Mr. Amit Shah ji smile. That's something that I also need to practice and learn, and I was feeling very proud as an older brother as she was doing that, delivering the speech in a way that is different than mine, of course. This is not a women's bill. This is nothing to do with the empowerment of women. There is a women's bill. It was passed in 2023 in this house itself. And my friends and teachers in the BJP said that it will be implemented in 10 years' time. That is the women's bill. This is an attempt to change the electoral map of India, using and hiding behind India's women. And actually it is a shameful act. Because instead of giving them women's reservation, which is very easy to do, and every single opposition person will support it right now, bring that old bill back right now, and we will help you pass it for implementation from this second. Now, that is the women's bill. This is something else. Now, what is being attempted here is a bypass of the caste census. What they are trying to do is they are trying to avoid giving power, giving representation to my OBC brothers and sisters, and to take away power from them. This is the agenda over here. That's the first agenda. Manuvad over Samvidhan. Amit Shah ji says that the caste census has begun. And he repeated twice yesterday, trying to be clever, saying that houses don't have castes. The point is not whether houses have castes or don't have castes. The point is whether the caste census is going to be used for representation in Parliament, Vidhan Sabha, Lok Sabha. And what you're trying to do now is trying to make sure that caste census has nothing to do with representation for the next 10 years, 15 years, so that you can kick the ball down the street. That's the first thing that is being done. Second thing that is being done, equally bad thing, but a very dangerous thing. What you're doing, because you're scared of what is happening in the politics of this country, you're scared of the erosion of your strength, you're trying to rejig the Indian political map. You have done it in Assam, you've done it in Jammu and Kashmir, and now you're imagining that you can do it in India. And you need a constitutional amendment to do that. Now let me explain what you are doing. You are telling the South Indian states, you are telling the northeastern states, you are telling small states in India that in order for the BJP to remain in power, we are going to take away representation from you. This is nothing short of an anti-national act. This is what you are doing. And under no circumstances are we going to allow you to do it. So I am telling you very clearly right now that the entire opposition is going to defeat this attempt of yours to attack the nation state and deprive OBCs and Dalits of their rightful place in society. This same question was faced by Indira Gandhi ji and also by Mr. Vajpayee. Both of them faced this question. They understood the dangers and they did not take the action the Prime Minister is taking. You can check. It was done by Indira Gandhi ji and it was done by Mr. Vajpayee. I am going to explain later in the speech why Mr. Modi is doing it. Then you can have your answer. Wait. It's coming. Now, it's loading. Exactly. The BJP knew. They knew very clearly that this bill actually cannot be passed. They knew it. They're not stupid. They knew every opposition person would oppose it. This bill cannot be passed. This was a panic reaction. This was a panic reaction because the Prime Minister at any cost needed to send two messages. Number one, he needed to change the electoral map of India. And number two, he needed to send a message again that he is pro-women. Why he is doing that, I will leave to your imagination. But I will leave it to your imagination, but the powers that be know exactly why he's doing it. Sir, the truth is the magician has been caught. The magician of Barakot, the magician of demonetization, the magician of Sindoor has suddenly got caught. Why? Yeah. Because he was...
राहुल गांधी जी से अनुरोध किया,
ये तरीका बिल्कुल भी नहीं है।
आप बोलिए मगर नियम से बोलिए। और ये इस देश का 140 करोड़ का चुना हुआ प्रधानमंत्री को ये अनाप शनाप बात करके क्या साबित करना चाहते हैं?
There is a central confusion, and I have to put this right. There is a central fundamental confusion in the minds of the BJP and its leadership. And the confusion is that they think they are the people of India. You are not the people of India. The people of India are something else. They also think that they are the armed forces. You are not the armed forces. The armed forces are something else. You are a political organization. You are not India and you are not the armed forces of India. We are not attacking the people of India. We are not attacking the armed forces of India. We are attacking you. Do not hide behind the people of India or behind the armed forces. So stop hiding like cowards behind the armed forces and behind the people. Come out and talk to us and have a discussion with us. The last session of Parliament completely destroyed the structure because a deal was signed with the United States that under no circumstances would have been signed by any Prime Minister of this country unless he was compromised. So, क्या सर?
ये विधेयक का विषय क्या? नो, अगर मैं सीट पे बैठा हूं तो कुमार स्वामी जी हो या कोई भी हो, मैं विधेयक के पास बोलने दें। नो, मैं सीट पे बैठूंगा तो विधेयक पर ही बात होगी। हाँ, विधेयक पर ही बात होगी। हाँ, मैं जब आसन पे हूं तो विधेयक पर ही चर्चा होगी। विधेयक के विषय पर आप बोले, मैंने रोका नहीं। विधेयक के विषय पे मैंने कभी नहीं टोका न रोका। विषय पे मैंने कभी नहीं रोका। आपको रोका गया? आपको रोका गया? किसी को रोका के विषय पर? नो सब पे अलाउ है, लेकिन उस बिल के संदर्भ में ही।
सर, तो मैं एक सवाल पूछना चाहता हूं। आप एक
सवाल नहीं पूछ सकते।
नहीं, क्योंकि मैं आप इंस्ट्रक्शन चाहता हूं।
हाँ, इंस्ट्रक्शन
तो आपका कहना है कि मुझे यूएस डील पे कुछ नहीं बोलना?
बिल्कुल, महिला विधेयक पे बोलना।
ठीक है सर, ठीक है, मैं नहीं बोलूंगा सर। सर, so what happened was very obvious to everybody. Now what you're attempting is taking away the constitutional right and snatching that from the people of India. We are not going to allow you. You will see we will defeat this bill right here in the next whatever half an hour, 45 minutes. Now I want to conclude with an idea, and I want to give you a sense, because you have to understand something. I know more than I'm saying. You have to understand that I know much more than I'm saying in this house. So I'm going to give you and everybody else a nice puzzle, and the people of India can try and see if they can solve this puzzle. Yesterday I was watching the Prime Minister speak. Low energy, broken, nothing transmitting, and I suddenly noticed that yesterday was the 16th of April. No, I was watching, I was sitting here, and he was talking, and he was not able to engage. He was not able to engage because clearly trying to pass this bill was a mistake, because everybody knew there wasn't going to pass. Panic reaction, as I said. So I was watching him, and I noticed on my phone 16th of April. And I was like, my God, how crazy. That's the number. 16. This 16 number. This is the number. The whole answer to the riddle is in the number 16. Everything is in the number 16. Now, if anybody understands what I'm saying, please send me a message. And on Twitter, you can tell what it is, but the answer to your problem